Hello and welcome to Movies, Films, and Flicks. I am Mark Hoffmeyer, and joining me is a man that is completely engulfed in flames right now. It's Nicholas Rehak.
Ah!
You went all out for this episode.
I had to, man. It was I was watching Hunger Games for the first time, and they have the bit where they put the fuel or some kind of goo on top of her, light her on fire. I'm like, I can do this. Anything she can do, I can do better. You know what I'm saying?
Way back in 2015, I did a data article about action movie posters that have fire on it, and it's better if there's more fire. I pulled all the angles, left, right, center, but it's just the more fire, the better. They make more money. They have higher critical averages. You don't want to have an action movie poster with a little bit of fire. You want to have a character completely engulfed in it.
So like Backdraft is one of the
exactly.
most profitable films ever.
Exactly. You want to just be complete, like you don't even want to see you on the poster. It should all be fire. You know,
even the words are in fire. It's one of those where the images, it's all the same, and if you stare at it long enough, I think I see a boat.
It is a movie about whitewater rafting, but it's just all fire. Whitewater rafting summer during a monsoon, and then it's all fire, and you have to stare at it like the guy from Mallrats, and you just look at it.
That's why Ladder 49 didn't do that well. A little bit of fire.
Yeah,
just a little bit.
Even the name Ladder 49, it's all right. It's a good number. Ladder 45 would have sold me.
45 is a solid number.
Brother. So you're joining me today to talk about movie posters that it just looks horrible. If you are a character in this movie poster, you don't want to be there. You don't want to be anywhere near it. This isn't a rom-com poster where you're back. Actually, I did an article for Rotten Tomatoes where I analyzed all the rom-com posters, and I figured out which ones are best. Like, you never want to have two half bodies. I forgot what the data was. It was over a year ago when I wrote it.
It was like that, and there was like people standing back to back, and it was. I really enjoyed that article.
I figured out.
I really did.
But I feel like once I'm done with these articles, my brain's like a bucket of water that's completely full. Mm-hmm. And there's just always new water coming in and stuff leaves. Like, I feel like that all that data just left me.
It's the bucket at a water park. Everybody is so excited to see what happens. They just get smashed over the head with this delightful water, and they're like, all right, when's the next one coming? And all of a sudden you hear the bell ding, and it's like, here he goes, he wrote another article.
Well, I like that. That's good. People look forward to it. It doesn't, you wait for it. It's not like a torrential bucket on the head. That would be annoying.
No. They got that little bitty roof over there, so it's not just deluge and hitting you right in the head like weights. It's more like, ah!
And you know it's coming, too. It's not like a bucket of water at home. It's not like a Gatorade shower when you're at a grocery store.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm. You just go to open the door real quick, and then bam, bucket falls down.
Hank drops it on you.
It's just out of nowhere. It's Hank.
I was at the Wawa, and Hank just dumped a bucket of water on my head. Oh, gosh.
I go to the Gatorade section, I reach in, I go to get my grape, and as soon as I open up the door, there was a bucket propped open by the door.
Hoffmeyer data article, dropping soon. Oh, man. But yeah, so can I tell you where the nucleus of this episode came about?
Please.
All right, so it was 2015, and In the Heart of the Sea comes out. So it's the whaling movie directed by Ron Howard. It has Chris Hemsworth, Cillian Murphy, Tom Holland, Benjamin Walker, a.k.a. Abraham Lincoln Vampire Slayer. Ben Wishaw's in it. Brendan Gleeson's in it. I mean, just a huge cast, a gigantic cast. But I remember seeing the movie poster for it, and there's several, but the one I'm talking about it's In the Heart of the Sea, and it features a guy underwater. I mean, he must be 40 feet underwater, right? Easily.
Yeah.
And he is just looking into the eye of a whale that is comically large. And, movie posters have always been, over-exaggerated, as we talked about earlier. Tons of fire, you're engulfed in flames and all that. But I remember for the first time in my life, I went, that looks terrible. I would not want to be that human being. Like every Deep Blue Sea has a terrible poster, Shallows, all those movies have comically large creatures. So I was like, you know what? I'm going to do a data article, and I'm going to figure out how big that whale is. So I did the math. I measured the eye, how big it was, and I figured out how big humpback whales' eyes are in comparison to their body. And then I did the math, and so like a regular humpback whale is about 85 foot. The whale in this movie poster was 832 feet. So that's not the size of the whale in the movie. It's not. I mean, this is a kaiju that this guy's looking at. And so I just remember staring at this poster and going like, there's no way this person gets out of this. This guy has smaller than a toothpick. He has a spear in his hand, but it might as well be a rubber ducky.
Yeah.
And it just made me look at this poster and just feel really mortified for this human being. And so one day you and I were chatting and we throw the most random ideas out there for episodes. I'm like, well, what about movie posters where the person's in a terrible situation? You and I basically say yes to everything. So immediately you were like, yeah, let's do it. And so this episode,
super on board.
This episode's just us talking about movie posters that feature characters in dire straits. And I'll include pictures of all of the movie posters when I write the post and promote it on Instagram and Twitter and all that kind of stuff. So you will see it, or you can just look it up while we're talking. But in the heart of the sea, it is just. And you know what's weird about the poster? It's in the on top of each other, like a gigantic heart of the on top of each other, and then sea. So it just looks like heart sea.
Yeah, I don't know how I feel about that. That annoys me, much like how if they have three names across the top of the poster and that actor is underneath but in a different position to where it doesn't line up with their name. That truly, truly bothers me.
It's just, yeah. So heart sea, but like this poster, Nick, there's no this human being in this is not coming out alive at all. But
no,
the only thing is that human might be just way too small for this whale. If you're a whale in the water and you see that, you're going, not worth my time.
Yeah. It's like a fly, shoe fly, get out of here.
Yeah, you don't just grab the fly and eat it. You're like, just get out of my face.
Mm-hmm. One of those.
Yeah. And when they just don't breathe in because you might suck it into your mouth.
No.
Nick's choking on a fly again.
That hurts all this krill.
Do you have one of those signs at work, like days since Nick choked on a fly?
No, we took that down because we ended up putting those little traps, the little tape traps. So now they all stick to the tape, and we've been pretty good about the flies.
Good.
Now mosquito bites, that's a very different one, and it's not been great lately.
They hit me. I'll be out with 4 people and they attack me. I'm Steve Zissou from Life Aquatic. Is it just me?
Yeah. It's like, am I just covered in sugar in some way, shape, and form? Is my blood the sweetest? Are they telling me that I have diabetes?
Wait, I am covered in sugar. What? I knew I need an apron when making cookies. But yeah.
It was gritty for a reason.
At least it's those cool, like, organic brown crystals, not the Dixie sugar. Listen, when I cover myself in sugar, I do it pretentiously.
I make sure it's pure cane sugar.
Like my song would be "Pour some cane sugar on me." None of that cheap stuff. Pour some cane. Yeah, that would be it. Yeah.
Woo.
Not store brand either. Like, no. If you pour sugar on me, it's got to be the good stuff. But yeah, this poster. Okay. When you look at it, I just want to get your immediate thought for this. You're not looking at this for the first time, but look at it. What's the first thought that comes to your mind?
Yeesh. That's what it is, because he's in there, like you said. They got to be deep. He's got to be a couple 100 feet down in the water. So the pressure alone is collapsing his lungs, right?
Yeah.
But then I'll give them credit. He does have a couple air bubbles coming out of his mouth, assumedly air bubbles. So I'm like, okay, like he's in there, he's breathing, not for much longer, because I don't know. He clearly doesn't have any gear that's gonna help him breathe down there. It's not like it's set in the way back time, so there's no scuba diving gear. I think he's barefoot.
Yeah, there's no flippers. There's no swimming things. This human being is done.
Yeah, I don't know how he's not dead already, unless it's a body already floating.
Whoa!
What if they're dead already?
I mean, it could be. And then there's another poster out, too, where the whale is 832 feet again, and it's an overhead shot of the whale.
Where it's going under the ship?
Yeah, but it's gigantic.
That one I really like.
That one, I'm not as worried for the ship, because it could just be a whale trolling by the boat. Mm-hmm. And if you're a whaling ship, you're not attacking that whale.
No.
This isn't the sea beast. Mm-mm. You look at that thing, and you just say, next one. That's it. Yeah.
Got him next time, fellas.
Yeah, I got to stretch. But yeah, this one though, man, this is done. Yeah, I think this dude is just floating there.
Yeah, there's no way. Those last couple bubbles are the last remaining breaths that's coming out of his body.
So I just had to. So that's a good idea. What do you think? I think that's a good because there are other posters. Like there's the poster for Underwater, where it's a character. I think it's got to be Kristen Stewart on the very bottom of the Mariana Trench, and Cthulhu's mouth is wide open right in front of her. I mean, you're doomed.
Yeah, no, that's the game.
But that would be a cooler way to go out. What happened to Mark? Cthulhu, Mariana Trench, ate him.
He just came and got him. I told him to stop playing Metallica's Ride the Lightning because of the last track, but he didn't listen. He just kept playing it.
So, wait, Mark was on the bottom of the Mariana Trench playing Metallica, and Cthulhu ate him. Yeah, there's footage of it. Like, I'd be proud of going down like that. But if I was in the heart of the sea, how did Mark go down? Oh, he's whaling on a ship. He's a whaler, and a whale ate him. The whale didn't even eat him. The whale just watched him drown. Like,
that's depressing.
Yeah. Like,
that's
serves him right. But if Mark got ate by Cthulhu while playing Metallica on the bottom of the Mariana Trench, I'm going to get a stadium in Florida named after me.
Easily. And it's not like you were just standing there and he ate you. You probably took a step forward and swung. Nothing's going to happen. But you put that energy out there. You know what I mean?
Oh, man, I would love it if while Cthulhu eats me, I sneak by his teeth and I can just cause a little bit of chaos on his digestive tract, on its digestive tract. Like, there's nothing, no harm, but I want a brief moment where Cthulhu goes, ooh, hey, what's he doing in there?
Don't feel right. What?
What is he doing in there?
Then if he swallows the wrong way, it rubs against that one little cut, and he's like, oh, Mark.
Let me eat this research facility to wash him down. And I'm like, no!
We wash it down with this bucket of flames real quick.
Wait, so Mark was swallowed whole by Cthulhu and was causing chaos in his innards, and then he swallowed a bucket full of flames to get rid of Hoffmeyer.
Mm-hmm.
That's, yeah, there would be the Mark Hoffmeyer Dome in St. Pete, Florida, where the Rays play.
Yeah, absolutely.
So what poster did you pick?
My first poster I picked, as soon as you told me, the one that immediately jumped into mind was the Jaws poster.
Oh, yeah.
Very classic. Big, bright red letters, Jaws. You have a woman swimming, and here comes the shark. She doesn't know what's going on. We see it's happening, and that's enough to get you to go like, oh, I know what the movie's about. Like, there's a huge shark coming, and you and I were talking just before we started recording. I never noticed until just now, really paying attention to the poster. You can see rows of teeth in the shark, especially in the top as it like kind of comes around. I've never noticed the rows of teeth in the shark's mouth before, and that kind of amps up the terror there because it's like we don't know. It's just going to show up and get us. And I think it sets the tone. And if you look at the J in Jaws, the way the J comes up, a little bit of a hook action right there. So you know, okay, they're hunting for this thing. And everybody loves it's essentially a chase film, right?
Yeah.
And well, it gets there. But, and it's nice. It's like what, 3-4 colors and it gets the job done.
This thing's easily going about 45 miles an hour up towards the swimmer. It's going to be complete obliteration.
Mm-hmm.
Cause this is very lackadaisical swimming, by the way, just letting you know. But I love it, though, because once again, it's a gigantic shark, much bigger than Jaws. The teeth look beautiful. And, you know, all this came across because of the book. And so I found this cool quote. When Oscar Dysel of Bantam saw the jacket, he was unhappy. Without an image, he said, no one would know what Jaws meant. It could have been a book about dentistry. He asked Congdon to put a shark on the jacket. Congdon went to see Gottfried and said, this still wants an illustration. He's advanced a lot of money. I think we should honor his request. Gottfried stifled his exasperation and called artist Paul Bacon, who made a rough layout of an enormous head of a fish. And they're like, why can't we have a swimmer as well to have a sense of disaster and sense of scale? Gottfried asked. Bacon came in the next morning with the completed jacket and open-jawed shark's head rising towards a swimming woman. Distel was pleased and wrote Congdon on December 20th, the jacket design for Jaws is much improved. If you sell 100,000 copies, we'll follow you to the letter. Oh, so that's pretty cool. But then they did like they did a rewrite of it, but it was a shark that looked like really funky, and then they had to like redo the shark to make it look better with all the teeth, and that became the poster.
Yeah.
It's cool.
Yeah, and it's just oof. And it's nervous too. Like you get really nervous looking at it, like, oh, I hope she finds out what's about to happen, and then she just doesn't.
I mean, this is everywhere. This thing, like, my wife has a shirt that's Jawas, and it's a Jawa coming up from the water to kill something. There are coasters with sharks and cups, and I mean, everything has been. You see this image. I feel like if you don't know about Jaws and you haven't seen Jaws, if you see this, you know this image. This is an image
absolutely.
that you have seen on the calves or forearms of many human beings tattooed on them.
Mm-hmm.
It's just paws, the shirt with the cat coming out of the water. You picked a good one. This is really good.
Thank you.
It's a horrifying death. Well, what's this is more horrifying, I would say, than the person in the heart of the sea, because in the heart of the sea, you're just thinking you're in trouble, bud. You don't really have any feelings one way or the other for the guy because he was out whaling. This one's just a swimmer about to get pulverized.
And it's funny because I think most of the shark attacks in that film, it all starts with just a little tug, and they're like, what was that? And then bam. And as it's pulling you down, you see the shark, you're screaming, you're drowning. It's so horrible. It's like getting stabbed. Oh no, here comes this knife. It's in me. Now it's out of me. Blood's everywhere. I'm panicking versus getting shot where it's like bang, it happens and you're down. Like it's scary. And then even the teeth look like knives. They don't look like the usual like little triangle, like kind of peaky things. It's like, no, these are like knives in his mouth.
It's going to be a horror. And even the sequel has a great poster, Jaws 2, with the water skier. I actually have Sperry's that have the poster images on them. I have Jaws Sperry's with them, the Jaws 2.
I don't have the Jaws 2. I have the regular ones.
Nice. So we both have Jaws Sperry's?
Yes.
I have the one with the bite out of it, too, and that makes me the Amityville. I have the shark bite on it.
I was so close to getting that one. I was like, no, I'm just going to stick with one. I don't want to go overboard, but yeah, man.
Great minds think alike.
Huh?
That's right. That. I mean, listen, it's an iconic. I'm glad you picked it because we needed it in this list. If we didn't include it in this list, I feel like people would be mad. And it's so iconic. I mean, this is one of my favorite movies of all time. So had to have it. And I love that they're like, what is this book about? Dentistry?
Yeah. What? That's what you think of when you hear Jaws. When I hear Jaws, I think two things: sharks and henchmen.
Yeah.
That's it.
I think Sweet Chin music. Wait, no, that's not it. That's Chin, not Jaws. You know, Shawn Michaels does the kick?
Yeah, HBK.
Yeah.
The Heartbreak Kid.
Sweet Chin
Music. He's in
the
corner, just starts stomping away. It's like, here it comes. He's revving it up.
Well, technically your chin's part of your jaw.
Mm-hmm.
So he could call it Sweet Jaw music.
Mm-hmm.
And Jaws does have some pretty sweet scores, the soundtrack.
Yeah. Oh, soundtrack's great.
Who wins in a fight,
so great.
HBK or Jaws?
HBK, like early 90s, or Degeneration X HBK?
When he was with Marty Jannetty and he was part of like the Flying Wilburys. No, that's the Traveling Wilburys. He was part of the Flying Dutchman. And the walls came down. All the way to hell. He was part of the Flying Mulberries. No. What was the name of his tag team? The Traveling Roosters. The Tackling Twosome. What? I
don't know.
The High Flyers.
Marty Jannetty, the Rockers. That's very anticlimactic. We're coming up with more you than me. The best names. They were just the Rockers.
You think I'm sexy? Oh man. What's Jaws theme music? And it can't be the score. Jaws comes into the ring. Somehow can. It can't be dun 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 dun. It has to be a song. What's Jaws coming into?
It's gotta be. It's gotta be Rage Against the Machine, Killing in the Name of.
Now they do what they do.
And he's just like walking down, swinging his fins around, a la who does that? Conor McGregor.
Yeah. Oh, those who die are just. Do they play the end of the song? Does Jaws have a bandana? Because that's the.
Ooh.
Does Jaws wear plaid? Because
no, 90s. I think he's got cut off jean shorts though.
That makes sense.
Or I guess jorts, or I guess pant. His flipper's hanging out of it. I mean, obviously.
And a vest for sure.
Oh, it's got to be. It's got to be a seal, like a leather, like seal vest that he made himself, like sea lion. It's a sea lion vest.
Sea lion. What's Jaws' finishing move? The barrel roll?
I like that. I like that. Or the Nash, Gnash. He's like, he's got him with the Nash. He like takes out the legs in some way, shape, and form, and then they hit the ground, and he puts them in like a hold, like he holds their leg, almost like a not like a figure 4 leg lock, but something similar to that.
The Boston shark instead of the Boston crab.
Ooh.
There's nothing worse than getting put in a successful Boston crab.
They call him the Amityville Horror.
Yes.
Even though he was on Amity Island.
Yeah.
The Amity Island Horror.
Oh my gosh. That's it. And he comes down to killing in the name of.
Yeah. Yeah, he does.
Dun. Him and Undertaker had when he was American Badass, him and Undertaker, they had a tag team. American Badass, 'cause I'm Kid Rock.
Hey, I'm suing you right.
I gotta tell you,
I know what I'm watching on YouTube tonight.
I worked in St. Petersburg at a movie theater, and most wrestlers live there. And one time, Undertaker walked past my theater, and he's one of the rare human beings where he's bigger than he looks on TV.
Really?
Does that make sense?
Yeah.
He walked by, and I went, "That dude's huge." Like, it wasn't like, "Oh, you look bigger on TV." Like, I went, "That's a monster."
Taker, more like Tanker. Goodness.
His name should have been the oil tanker. He has a gas tank for days. Great cardio. Yeah, but he was huge. And then he had about 30 people walking 30 feet behind him. But the guy was gigantic. Like, he was, I remember it's just like, that dude I guarantee no one ever saw The Undertaker and went, he looks bigger on TV. If that makes sense.
There's no way.
All right, so I love it. So Jaws. So I'm going to jump into my second one. And all right, so I have an aquatic one, but I'm going to jump over to Fright Night, 1985. And what I like about this is Peter Mueller did the poster art. And it features a house, a nice suburban house, one single light on, someone looking out the window. But there is a gigantic vampire and werewolf cloud above this home. I feel like if I walked out of my house and I turned down and I saw a vampire werewolf cloud, I would just lay there. Like, that's not.
Or I would just keep walking away. Just walk out of the house. Okay.
I didn't, just whistling. I just didn't see any. But like, imagine that. Imagine looking outside and just seeing a gigantic, and it's coming towards your home. Like, you saw your neighbor doing some funky stuff. Yeah. You saw what you shouldn't have. You called the cops. He charmed them. Now it's just you and a gigantic vampire cloud with werewolf clouds accumulating above your house. Oh, that's a good cumulus.
And you got a
reference.
Full moon out. You got a couple stars. Like, it's just adding to the eeriness. And again, you get that one little person hanging out. You have some trees. And I think that goes to show, like, just how alone they are. I mean, it doesn't seem like a lot, the two trees, but you have the trees behind it. Like, you are secluded. You are by yourself. You are lost in a series of just scary clouds. Look at them eyes. Ugh.
Just, you look at it and you're thinking, I quit.
Yeah.
This isn't cool.
Mm-hmm.
I don't want to hear this.
Not cool at all. Nope.
Get me out of this.
It's like that game where you're laying down watching the clouds. You're like, oh, that cloud looks like a fish. Oh, that cloud looks like a car. Oh, this one looks like a terrifying vampire demon with wolves all around it. Like, Bert, are you feeling okay, man?
Like, it's not even a Rorschach test, and it's not even just people reading clouds. Like, oh, what do you see? Everybody who looks at that goes, yeah, it's a vampire cloud, and it's over your home. See you later.
You know what? That looks like impending death. I have to look at the time. Wow. Huh?
You wouldn't even know I was gone. We would just
My
be
jazz
walking.
aerobics classes right now. What am I doing?
You would look behind you, and I'd be legit like 150 yards away running.
I would look over, think it's you, but really it's a dust cloud on the formation of your body because you're already half a mile down the road.
Oh, man.
So, Mark, I was, oh, no.
There's a hole in the fence with my outline.
several fences. He's like, man, he is really.
He wants away from
nailing
this
this.
vampire cloud. But I don't know. It's just looks horrifying.
Yeah.
You come home, right? You had a great night. You're out at your local Applebee's.
Mm-hmm.
You rocked it all night. You crushed some ribs. You crushed some brews. You crushed some margaritas. You're Uber.
And some appletinis.
Some appletinis.
When in Rome.
You had some steak. You had those chicken things. You made a night of it. You really had a good time.
I was high on the hog.
Yeah. You led like a round of slap around the table. I don't even know what that is. You're just slapping the table, and everyone else starts slapping the table. Everyone at the bar is just slapping their hands on the bar, and you started it.
I'm for it.
I don't even know what this game is.
I'm in that world right now.
You just boof, boof, boof. And then you did a drinking game out of it.
Like, yeah.
And like the bartenders, like it was so classy that the bartenders didn't even get mad. Like it's like these people are having a good time.
You know what? He's right. He didn't say anything. Shut up. He's right.
Yeah. You come home. You had a great night. You step outside. You have your bag. You had some extra ribs hanging around. You know you you got to go Coke. You know just in case.
Yeah, I mean, you need it.
Yeah, but then you drank it, then you poured the rest of your beer in there to be sneaky. You know, it's an old Nick move. It's the Nick Rehak move.
Hey, man, we got to cover the sadness some way, right? Feelings. Hold on. Can I get another beer? My feelings are showing up again.
I'm starting to feel this alone sensation. Get me out of here.
Oh, no.
So you step out of there in front of your house, which is quite secluded in the woods, and there's a gigantic vampire cloud over your home. What's your first thought?
I think my first thought is, man, the resale value has just dropped on this house. Nobody's going to want this thing. That's like anytime I see a spider, like even if it's outside of the house, if it's within 10 feet of the house and I see a spider, I'm like, well, I guess I got to burn the house down and collect the insurance money and move elsewhere because I can't handle this anymore.
And then the Fright Night had the two teeth in it, which the fright frames the night beautifully. You're not making it through the night.
No, absolutely not.
Like, and you know, Bram Stoker's Dracula uses vampire clouds too. Vampire in the sky with diamonds. Whoa, that'd be a good song.
Be a great song.
Dracula in the sky with diamonds.
Picture a house in the woods, all secluded, with werewolf clouds. And no garlic inside.
Wow.
I gotta write that down. Yeah. It's gonna be stuck in my head.
That's a banger.
I
can't wait to have 3 editions of it. Like, let it be naked, let it be, you know, I want the studio session 40 years later. Peter Jackson finds it.
10 years later, they do a remaster of it, and there's a Pitbull mega mix of like the whole album just like slipped in. It's a 15-minute track.
Whoa. You know, I do love Pitbull's Globalization because they do some really cool mixes on there. Sometimes you get a good one in the morning and it makes your drive. I mean, I'm really not moving in Atlanta traffic, so you can't really enjoy it.
You aren't.
But it keeps you awake while you're just trudging along in traffic. All right, so that was my second pick. What's your second pick? What are we going to talk about?
My second pick is the one that came immediately after Jaws, and that's I don't know if it's the original or the alternate, but it's, I think, the original poster for The Shining, in that you have Jack, his face through the door, you have the axe, and then you have Shelley Duvall just in terror, and then right across the top, the tide of terror that swept America is here. And you're looking at this like, I don't know, what are you talking about? Because then you're looking at it like, how did they get to this point? What was this, the talking heads? How did we get here? Look at his teeth and how clean and immaculate they are, but clearly something is wrong, because if we look at the Jaws poster, teeth are a little gnarly. If we look at your poster for Fright Night, teeth are a little gnarly. But he's got some clean teeth. So what is happening? She's got a knife in her hand. She's screaming. I mean, her face literally looks like, I think it's called The Scream, right? That famous painting with the hands on the face and it's all like wavy and stuff and screams and terrifying. Like, yeah. And it tells you right up top, the tide of terror that swept America is here. And then you're like, what terror? What did I miss? Now you want to watch it.
I like that. We've talked about Jaws. We've talked about In the Hard to See. And now this has a tide of terror.
Huh? Look at us.
Look at that. It's coming to you.
It's like your last 2 posters both had Tom Holland in it.
2 different Tom Hollands. Oh, man. How did I miss that?
Yeah. So I'm making waves, huh?
Oh.
You got Tom Holland going.
Yeah, I mean, listen, these are all-timer posters. I mean, I know they sort of went towards mostly Jack's face coming through the door. Like, I think that's the
Right.
Blu-ray that I have. But just seeing, I feel bad. I feel so bad for Shelley Duvall.
Yeah.
Like, just seeing that face of absolute fear, Nicholson's great teeth, and a tie to terror, and just an axe. Oh man, her face sells it.
Yeah, and not only that, but the axe is a little like not in focus.
No.
That axe is moving. There is an intensity there. There's something happening there where it's like someone's busting through. It could look like a wall the way you have it kind of framed, or you know, obviously we know it's a door, but someone's breaking through and she is losing her mind. And how are they involved? How is like there's just so many questions it gives you. And you're looking forward to it. You're like, what Scatman Crothers? No, I have to see this. How does he fit into this?
The Shining? Oh, so, all right, quick question. When you looked at In the Heart of the Sea, what was the first thing you saw? I mean, just the whale, right?
The eye.
The eye. Okay,
Yeah.
when you looked at Fright Night, what was the first thing you saw?
The eyes.
Yeah.
Like the eyes, the mouth, just that face.
When you looked at the Jaws poster, what did you see first?
Honestly, the woman swimming.
Yeah. Now, the
Not gonna
Shining
lie.
poster, there's three things in frame. It's not a simplistic poster. What word? Like, I guess I'm gonna close my eyes and see where my eyes go. Jack. I just immediately go to Jack.
See, I go to Shelley.
Oh.
Because Jack and everything else is kind of neutral colors.
Mm-hmm.
And then you have Shelley kind of popping with, I mean, it's a darker blue. Don't get me wrong, but she's popping with a little bit of blue. Her face is a little paler, and then there's just that knife. It's just the combination of the pale, the blue, and I guess the silver from the knife. It's like, oh, wait a second. And then we take a step back. Why is she scared? Oh, there's an axe. Oh, there's Jack Nicholson with his perfect teeth coming through.
I would want to be nowhere near this because she doesn't look just surprised. This looks like a person that's been scared for about 40 years.
Yeah.
And then you have Jack, who's clearly gone nuts. You have an axe.
Mm-hmm.
You know, if I was a bystander just checking into this motel and I saw that, I'd turn around. I'd be like, hey, where's that vampire cloud? I'm going over there.
Mm-hmm.
I'm checking into this. Get me over there.
Yeah.
And I'm so glad that they didn't do shin and then below it ing, like In the Heart of the Sea. It's like, what's shinning?
The shinning? Huh?
The shinning?
Was that a new dance? Everybody's doing the shinning now. Dun, 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 dun.
Was like, well, that's shin heavy stuff. What would be the shinning? I feel like it would be like Footloose, like the kicks. It would be like Eileen's
It'd be like
kicks.
a borderline, like stanky leg kind of thing. You're just kind of sticking it out and shaking that shin.
A lot of shin work.
Mm-hmm. A lot of shin work, like more than what's necessary.
And you know what's interesting? Right now we can't see it. I can't see it, but you know when you do see it, you'll go, "That's a lot of shinning." That's how much it is.
Yeah.
You've never said that before in your life, but that's the first word that comes in your mouth.
Mm-hmm. And then as soon as you say that's a lot of shinning, and then you look to somebody like, is that a word? Am I saying that correctly? A lot of shinning going on?
And then your pal Debbie walks up to you and she stops and she goes, "That's a lot of shinning."
That's what I just said. Tell them that's what I just said, right?
Yeah.
Like are we saying, is that the right word? Should we be using another word right now?
Listen, the font, the poster, this is a poster that you want to have on your wall, but it has to be from 1980 and it has to look like it, I don't know, got buried under,
it has to look worn.
Yeah, exactly.
It can't be crisp.
No, can't be glossy.
No gloss. No gloss.
It needs, I guess, just, oh man, it's good throwing her in there too, because most posters slowly graduated, like moved away from that and just had Jack in there.
Yeah, and a lot of the, I think a lot of the Blu-rays that have come out, I picked up the 4K and you just see like this hulking mass of Jack holding the axe, and we get it, like that's obviously a huge part of it, but there's also like Shelley is also a massive part of it too, and I don't think that she gets recognized as much in like the materials for the media and everything.
What if this poster instead of the axe had John Lovitz's face in place of the axe? Then what kind of movie would this become?
I think it'd become a terrible movie.
The Shining.
No, it would be even more confusing because then it's like, he's not even listed in the credits underneath. What's John Lovitz doing there? That's when you're scratching your head like, huh, is that Scatman Crothers? I don't know. I don't care.
Remember Mom and Dad Saved the World?
Nope.
Goatee or mutton chops? And then the guy goes, mutton chops. He's like, no, shoot yourself. And then he asks another guy, goatee or mutton chops? And the guy goes, mutton chops? And he's like, no, shoot yourself. And then he goes, well, the mutton chops do look pretty good.
That's not bad.
And in that movie, they teach people how to throw rocks. Really good rock throwing scenes in Mom and Dad
Okay.
Save the World. Just giving you a heads up on
Okay.
that. Just letting you all know. So yeah, perfect pick. These are some bangers. These are good.
Thank you.
My third pick, it's a water based again, but I had to take an Italian knockoff, Jaws knockoff, ripoff horror film. And I recently bought Tentacles. It was on a deal from the 1977 film Tentacles. Kino Lorber just had a great deal on it for Blu-ray, so I picked it up. It has wonderful artwork, and there is alternate artwork by Renato Sassaro, and he started working at 18. I mean, he did like this. This is a guy who worked on Terminator 2, Flash Gordon. Like this is a guy who did the artwork for Once Upon a Time in Hollywood. So those fake posters in Rick Dalton's house, that is Renato. He did that. I'm sorry if I'm butchering the names. Yeah, and so he also did, like just if you type in this name, I sent you the link for all of his movies. But right now, this Tentacles poster is selling for $1,000 online. But it's just one of the most prolific ever movie poster artists. But the one I'm going to talk about is the one from Kino Lorber, which is it says Tentacles, and it has John Huston, Shelley Winters, Bo Hopkins, and Henry Fonda. But it's each year 10,000 tourists visit Ocean Beach. This summer, Ocean Beach has attracted something else, and it's a large octopus attacking a bikinied woman. And it's just looked horrifying. She's not under the water. It looks like she's kind of on the beach. But, and also there's another poster that says, no sea monster of myth or legend is half so deadly as one that actually exists. Well, that's what it says. No sea monster of myth or legend is half so deadly as one that actually exists. That's one of the old school posters. But there's so many different there's a French movie poster of tentacles where the names and faces are below. Then there's a gigantic kaiju. I mean, there are just posters everywhere. Like there's one with an orca being attacked with a bunch of bodies. There's another one with a woman. It's an overhead shot. She's on her back swimming, doing the backstroke, and the creature's underneath her. So it's just a very fun poster. It's the one I'm talking about from Kino Lorber. And all of these editions, the one that Sassaro illustrated, who's a beast, you should look him up. It's lights out. And I just think Death by Octopus seems terrible, right?
Yeah, absolutely. Because you have all of its little, I don't want to say suckers, but all of its little, you know what I mean? Like they're kind of just rubbing on your face and going across your body. And it's like, oh, you're repulsed, but you're also terrified at the same time. I mean, in that poster, she's got her hand reaching out. She's like, someone needs to save me because I can't do this.
Yeah.
Her other hand is being held up by a little tentacle that's curled. He's got this eye. And again, it's the eye that's pulling me in. He's just like, you're dead. Like you're done. Don't even bother because you're going to die. And she's freaking out. The water is splashing everywhere. I feel like that's not something you see a lot of either.
Oh.
You don't see a lot of the water splashing in other posters where there's like a creature and it's coming at somebody. Like this one you really see. Like her hair's wet and again, the face is just terror. But that eye is just like, ooh, girl, I'm going to get you.
No, you're right. I love the water flying. I mean, this guy also illustrated the Cliffhanger poster. The one, the classic illustrated one, the Never-Ending Story. I mean, this is Flash Gordon, Diabolique, Terminator 2, Rambo, Red Sonja. So just look this dude up. Like some over the top. Like one of the greatest. Like they call him the master of film poster art. Nightmare on Elm Street, that kind of stuff. So just look this guy up. And Captain Ron. He did an illustrated poster for Captain Ron. But yeah, Death by Octopus seems horrifying because you're gonna get just squished. That whale's gonna swallow you like a tic tac, and then the shark's gonna obliterate you. Vampire Cloud will just suck you up, but you're gonna get squeezed and prodded, and it just sounds horrifying. Horrifying. I do not want that.
Yeah. It's
So
almost like a snake just going to slowly cut the circulation off to your limbs, and then you just go limp at some point, and then you're dead. Like,
ooh, that's horrifying.
ugh. Yeah. Hey, you're welcome, everybody.
But I do, Tentacles is a very low rating, but I do recommend watching it. It's a cheeky 1977 fun sort of Italian creature feature with an octopus. Like there's a scene where he attacks all these little boats like Jaws 2, but you can tell it's just an octopus being dragged by a boat. It is wonderful. So just go, type in Tentacles, go watch it on Tubi, check out the poster, Tentacles. There's so many different posters too. I love these old poster art for these movies, but that's my third one. What's your third one? Oh no.
My third one, it goes a little bit different. And again, it focuses on the eye, and it's the poster for Midsommar, where we have Florence Pugh's character. We got about half of her face, and she's got this, like, she's crying. She's got a tear coming out of her eye. Her nose looks a little snotty. Maybe it's running into her mouth and everything. There's something there, and we don't know what it is. And that adds to the fear. And it's like, let the festivities begin. It's like, well, what festivities? What's happening here? She's got a flower crown. Why does she have a flower crown? There's just so many questions. And it's not one of those posters where you can kind of zoom in on the eye and maybe see like a reflection of something. We're just left to our own devices of like, what is she seeing right now?
They did the triple on this. Tear, snot, and then maybe that dripped down to the mouth. But there's a string of liquid, saliva.
Yeah.
From the mouth. Tooth. So it did the triple.
Mm-hmm.
Eye, nose, mouth liquids.
They hit the trifecta.
Draining. Yeah. Nothing about what this woman is seeing is good.
Mm-mm. Nope.
And they
even if she was getting like hardcore tickled, like no one is making that face.
These aren't even tears of joy.
Mm-mm.
Snot. When you tear up, when you're so happy you cry, you don't have snot.
Mm-mm.
Have you ever seen someone happy cry with snot?
Never, ever.
Just tears out the eyes.
Mm-hmm. And smiles, and they're smiling a lot too when it's happening, and they're like trying to wipe their eyes to hide it. Like, I don't want you. I'm embarrassed a little bit, but with this one, she's like, and where's her hands? Like, we don't. I mean, obviously, it's just from like, the neck up, but it doesn't look like there's been any wipe marks or any, what I mean, to like wipe the tears away or any kind of smears or anything like that. Like it's just happening. There's a terror somewhere. And it's also, we don't know if is it a picture? Is it a still? Did someone draw this? Like it's really well done, like across the board.
Is she on top of a catapult?
Mm-hmm.
I like it better than one of her smiling. I don't think that sells the movie. You look at this poster and you're like, she's in for it.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm.
This is gonna be a rough ride.
And it also throws on top of it how it's like, from Ari Aster, excuse me, the director of Hereditary. And if you are aware of Hereditary, you're like, okay, I know what's coming. Like this is going to be like a little something else. And you have other ones where Florence Pugh's character is being led by a male character towards like a maypole. And you're like, okay, that's kind of like interesting. But to see just like that, the face and the half face is like, oof.
Just the cheeky let the festivities begin.
Yeah.
I don't think I've ever seen a poster do the triple before, and this poster does the triple. Yeah. Eye, nose, mouth.
Yeah. And it doesn't really, and usually it focuses on just like one thing and not multiple things.
I keep staring at it, and I should be talking because that's what you do during recordings.
Mm-hmm. It's a little polarizing.
Florence Pugh is a beast.
She really is.
She's a beast. Just fighting with my family. She turns. Yeah, so good. But no, I love it. You looked outside the box. You know me and my creature features. Hey, but how about this? I also looked on. I asked on Twitter for some posters, and I got a ton of funny ones. So the Last Action Heroes podcast, they have the creature walks among us, but there's a creature who's taller than the Golden Gate Bridge, way taller. His legs are like he's straddling the Golden Gate Bridge, holding a human over his head who is also a presumed giant. And it says, a creature walks among us, all new underwater thrills. So I love that they mentioned that too. They're like, underwater thrills. But yeah, that's like, are there old ones? But you have two, like, are kaijus fighting? And then they put Barbarella, Queen of the Galaxy. And then they put it, like, she's just surrounded by creatures. She's in trouble. And then 300, Unknown Peril. So like Life Force, there's naked body strapped to a... What? Life Force, there's naked body strapped to like a spaceship?
They're capsules. Have you ever seen Life Force?
Yeah. Oh yeah. But like, I'm just trying to figure out
Oh, in this context, yeah, I mean, it looks like missiles of some sort, and
Because
especially the way it's being fired out and you have the red around it.
they were inside pods when they found them. And
Right,
this
like
one's
little glass coffins.
yeah, this one's strapped outside of a rocket, which I kind of love. And then 300 where they're just dumping people off a cliff, which I kind of like. And then also he put E.T. Peril disguised as fairy tale. They said no child should be that high on a BMX. I feel like in the
That's
80s
true.
that was safe, but nowadays, nah.
Ooh, no.
And then I love hard candy. You have Elliot Page standing on the gigantic trap that I guess P-Dub
Yeah.
is about to step on.
What a movie.
So you gotta watch out for P-Dub. And then Jason Rainey also gave us a bunch of fun comments. So he included, let's see, them, which you gotta include gigantic ants. He also had, let's see, The Valley of, I don't even know the name of that movie. Them, Godzilla vs. King Ghidorah. You would love that. Ghidorah. And then you have Matinee with the theaters blowing up, which I kind of love. But then I also think it's funny that he included Ernest Goes to Jail because he's sort of stuck in the ground. Oh, no, he's dug a hole and he's trying to escape with a spoon. And wow, Ernest is really industrious. I just want to.
Yeah.
And then I love the Buster Keaton poster. Then you have Kindergarten Cop. He's just being swarmed by children. And then Shall We Dance?
Which is terrifying in its own.
Yeah, exactly. Just swarmed. And I also like that he had John Wick 2 and Ratatouille, where one of them's surrounded by knives, the other one's surrounded by guns.
Yeah, the Ratatouille one. And if you kind of think they're like kind of two sides of the same coin.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? John Wick's, he's got a circle of guns. Ratatouille, Remy's got a circle of cutting utensils.
They're in trouble. And the Krampus one that he included reminds me a lot of Fright Night, where there's a snow globe and an evil Santa. Endless, which is an amazing movie. There's a giant vortex.
Whoa.
And The Mouth of Madness looks like people are being sucked into a book, which is very Page Master-esque, which would still be terrible.
Good pull.
Oh, you gotta drop Page Master. And then Prince of Darkness looks like someone's being sucked into a church.
Yeesh. With a bug in its mouth.
Oh, yeah. Before man walked the earth, it slept for centuries. It is evil. It is real. It is awakening.
Oh, no. Is Tom Holland in this one?
Oh, man.
Chef Gordon produced it? Really?
But I love all that. And then also on movies, films, and flicks, I ask for some examples too. People had trouble uploading, but Lisa Leahy said The Exorcist, A Nightmare on Elm Street. She also said Jaws, hey, The Meg, Cape Fear, and The Evil Dead. And then we had Kieran Sweeney. I think he had Big Trouble in Little China. And so we had those extra posters there, which I love. So thank you for answering the questions. And Nick, thanks for talking to me about this really random subject.
Hey, as soon as you floated that idea, I'm like, I've never heard of anybody having this conversation before. I am all for it.
I know we didn't explore tentacles as much, but it's just an octopus destroying a woman. I wanted to talk more about the artist. But but this was fun, man. Thank you so much for joining me, dude. This was wonderful.
Oh, thank you for having me on, man.
Hey, where can people find you?
People can find me kind of anywhere.
Right behind
I'm popping
you.
up. Oh no! Ah!
That's a poster. It's
Yeah,
just going shh, like your finger up to your mouth behind a
and me
podcaster.
behind it with big eyes, like
Someone's podcasting and you're behind it, just like
I'm here too. I brought my own mic.
and he doesn't know. What's that feedback?
It's me.
Oh!
Rehack feedback.
I need the feedback from Rehack.
No, I'm popping up on the Exploding Helicopter podcast every so often. Recently, we discussed Godzilla, the 2014 edition, and a couple episodes prior to that, we discussed Godzilla. Some say it's 98, some say it's 99, depending on the country, but the Roland Emmerich version of Godzilla. Recently, I was on the Lambcast. I had won the movie of the month. Believe it or not, for the month of October, a horror-based movie of the month, The Texas Chainsaw Massacre had never won before. And I righted that wrong. It won. We had a great conversation. When you get a chance, go check that out.
I voted for you, even though we were tied.
We were. And I'm like, oh, man, Mark's got a good pick. Like, if he wins, I'm not mad.
I'm talking Thirst with Johnny Numb soon. Oh, wait, did I have Thirst or I Saw the Devil?
You had I Saw the Devil.
Oh, yeah. Well, yeah, that's a good one. I need to talk about that eventually. But I'm talking about Thirst soon with Johnny Numb, so it kind of... No, I was happy for you. I didn't feel any... I actually voted for you, because I know how much you wanted to talk about that movie. And I saw people doing homework for it, which made me very happy to explore. I mean, listen, Tobe Hooper's Texas Chainsaw Massacre is an all-timer. And then Texas
Absolutely.
Chainsaw Massacre 3D, classic. Go get 'em, cuz. But yeah.
Oh no, a chainsaw's coming at me. They don't say that in the movie. I'm paraphrasing.
It's not in 2D. I'm not safe. But yeah, man, thank you so much for joining me.
Absolutely. Thank you as always for having me.
This is awesome. All right, so for me, Mark Hoffmeyer, and for Nick Rehack, this is Movie Stones and Flicks. We'll see you next week.